Mariners looking for a clean sweep of the A's. You see Mount Rainier there over Safeco Field. Not going to be easy. A's again, best record in all of baseball. Mariners, 51 wins. They're in third place in the West. Again, the first time they've reached 50 wins before the break since 2003. So the skipper, Lloyd McClendon, very happy with his club throughout the first half of the season. We know that because he told us so. He also shares the rest of his thoughts about his team so far this year.
Well, I said earlier, I'm very proud of my club. They show up every day. They're very workmanlike. Do we have challenges? Yes, we do. And I think they all realize that, but somehow they've overcome them. And our pitching has been tremendous. Our defense has been solid, and they give us everything they got on offense. So I've been very pleased. I'll sit back and I'll enjoy the first half. And I don't know what the second half brings, but, I'm sure my guys will be ready.
We're not sure what it's going to bring either, but we know these guys will be ready. Believe it or not, they're ready. The best bullpen in baseball, best earned run average. They are ready to go today. Mariners and A's coming up here on Root Sports.
A lot of good happenings over this weekend, to be sure, and we take a look at the American League West standings, and the Mariners in third place holding the second wild card right now. They've created a lot of interest, not only here in the Pacific Northwest, but around Major League Baseball as a team to watch.
Well, I think that you look at the standings. So clearly, the American League West, the best division, is because of the top 3 teams in the division. The Mariners, with a win today, have a chance to be within 6 games of the best team in the American League, the Athletics, as far as record goes. So this is a big one again today. The Mariners have taken care of business the first 2 days. You really like to see them go out and finish it off today.
Mariners 7-5 against the Athletics this season, and looking for their first 3-game sweep here in this building since August of 11. So a lot of good things happening with this Mariner ball club. Pitching matchup coming up here today. It's going to be Chris Young against Sonny Gray. This has a chance to be an outstanding contest.
Well, you're right. It'll start with Chris Young today. He has really pitched well here at home, and in his last 5 outings, he's been exceptional. All of them quality starts, has not given up more than 2 earned runs in any of his last 5 outings, and he always seems to pitch well here at Safeco Field.
Young Sonny Gray, what makes him so tough?
Well, he has a plus fastball, a great curveball. You're going to see a lot of curveballs, but the biggest thing for me is he has an improved changeup. In his last outing against the Giants, he had been struggling, went to his changeup, was able to pitch well against the Giants, going 7 innings, giving up just 1 earned run. But you have to take into account the good fastball first. Look at the right-handed hitters hitting 250 off him. Lefty's just 213. Again, it's because of the improvement on that changeup.
Game number 95 before we take a break for the All-Star festivities. And speaking of All-Stars, here's a look at the Mariners 4 stars. Felix, Seager, Cano, and Rodney getting their All-Star jerseys from General Manager Jack Zarenzik. We're glad you're here on this beautiful Sunday in Seattle for the Mariners and the Athletics. The first pitch is straight ahead. Well, you know what's on their minds. They're thinking sweep. The Mariners over the last 2 nights have pitched well and done a lot of things well tonight to beat the best team in baseball, the Oakland Athletics, and today they try to go for the sweep. Glad you could join us here at Safeco Field. And moments ago, Robinson Cano signing an All-Star jersey. And what did he do with it? Well, he threw it to a little kid up in the stands. Made his week. Nice job by Robinson Cano. Hey, Dad, look what I got. I got Robinson Cano's jersey. How cool is that? Dave Sims, Mike Flowers with you. Glad to have you with us for Mariner Baseball. Let's take a look at the A's batting order that will face the veteran Chris Young.
Leading off, it'll be former Mariner and the catcher today for the A's, John Jaso. Then it'll be Vogt Cespedes, the DH, dealing with some leg problems, hitting third, the DH today. Brandon Moss, the cleanup hitter. Then it's Donaldson. Lowry, take a look at Lowry. An 8-game hitting streak, .452 average over those 8 games. Then it'll be Punto, Perino, and Gentry rounding out the 9 for the A's. Chris Young, what a first half he has had. Looking for his 9th win here in the first half. If he pitches well, has a chance to get his ERA under 3. 61 strikeouts, 37 walks. Opponents hitting just .208 against Chris.
4th time Chris is seeing the Athletics this season. 2 no decisions and a victory back on April 5th. That was at Oakland. Went 6 innings for a 4-2 victory. Here's John Jaso, leading off for the 3rd consecutive ball game, but the first time as the catcher. He's been the DH the last 2 games. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Mike Malinsky calling balls and strikes today. John Timpani at first, James Hoy at second, and Bob Davidson at third. Up and in to Jaso. Very pleasant 74 degrees here in Seattle. Very light breeze blowing across left to right. 2-1 to Jaso.
For Chris Young, his fastball 85 to 88 miles an hour. He will pitch up in the strike zone with his fastball. Also mix in a slider, curve, and change. And as most of you know, a lot of fly ball outs for Chris as we look at the breeze blowing from left to right.
Broken bat ground ball to Brad Miller. Throws over to Marson for out number 1.
So a routine play for Brad. Ackley in left field, Jones in center. Indy Chavez getting the start in right. Kyle Seager at third base. Miller and Cano playing up the middle. Justin Smoke had last night off back at first base this afternoon, and Mike Zunino will do the catching.
Chris Young, 6'10" Princeton man. He's out of Dallas, Texas. 35-year-old right-hander. Smart guy out there, knows what he's doing. Stephen Vogt is the hitter, and he's been on fire. 12-game hitting streak, 19 for his last 42. 1 for 4 last night, 2 for 3 on Friday night with a home run. Two and 1. Jesse Chavez with the glasses on, with the white glasses there. Started last night for the Athletics. Jesse taking the loss. He's 7-6, and Jeff Samardzija in the foreground pitched a heck of a game on Friday. Took the loss. He went 8 innings, a 5-hit, 3-run ball. 3-1 here to Vogt. High pop, medium right field. Indy Chavez for out number 2. Extraordinary weather here in Seattle, out at the Pen. They've enjoyed it. Not quite as big a crowd as we've had the last couple of nights, but nonetheless, good time being had by all. First 2 nights drew very well. 32,971, and then last night almost 40,000. And another good crowd on hand here today. Here's Yoenis Cespedes, DHing today, coming off an 0 for 4 performance in last night's ball game.
Well, Chris Young throwing a lot of fly ball outs. This is the part of the order that is going to be dangerous for him. Cespedes, Moss, and Donaldson, all of them with plus power. There's a good breaking ball from Chris, but he's going to have to keep them off balance at the plate. Not let him get to those good hitting counts, 3-1, 3-2, 2-0, where he has to throw him a fastball because they can get on top of a good fastball.
There's the 0-2 to Cespedes. Fly ball left field for Ackley. Clean inning for Chris Young. Fine start to this Sunday afternoon here in Seattle. Glad you're with us. Nothing across for the Athletics. The Mariners coming back. Nashville, Tennessee native Sonny Gray. He's got an outstanding year going here, 9-3, 3-0 against the Mariners in 4 games in his career. Let's take a look at the batting order the Mariners will send up against him today.
This afternoon's starting lineups brought to you by Chevron. Leading off, it'll be Andy Chavez. Then James Jones has pushed his average up to 288. 6-game hitting streak for him, hitting 360 over that hitting streak. Then it'll be Cano and Seager hitting cleanup. Morrison the DH today. Smoke at first base hitting 6th. Ackley, Miller, and Zunino rounding out the 9th. Sonny Gray on the air has really pitched well for the A's. 10 starts last year, 2 of them in the postseason. Take a look at his numbers. 9-3 record, ERA under 3, 2.97 in 118 innings, 103 strikeouts for him. And the defense for the Athletics. Perino will get started in left field. Gentry in center. Moss is in right. And on the infield, Donaldson, the third baseman. Lowry and Punto playing up the middle. Vote at first. And John Jaso will do the catching.
Mariners looking to pin the first loss at Safeco Field on Sonny Gray this afternoon as Andy Chavez looks at a pitch up high. In 3 starts, Gray's 2-0 with an 0.75 record here at Safeco Field.
Good fastball, hard curveball, 12-6 curveball, and a changeup.
Strike to Andy, count at 1-1. Solid 260 batting average for Andy. 2 for 4 last night. Couple singles to left. Night before, an important sacrifice fly tied the score up in the 3rd inning. This one popped up. Lowry making the call. 1 down.
Gray's last start against the Mariners was on April 13th. He went 6 innings, did not give up an earned run, only 4 hits for the Mariners in that one. He did walk 3 batters and just a couple of strikeouts.
Brings up James Jones against Sonny Gray. First time Jonesy facing Gray. That's what he did back in April 12th. Jones 1 for 4, got a double to left center field last night. Mike Malinsky very helpful to us, very vocal umpire with his balls and strike calls. Mike, a native of the great state of Washington, UW graduate. Two and 1.
And again, you will see more changeups from Sonny Gray to the left-handers. That was a changeup missing off the outside corner.
Back up the middle. Jones with a base hit. Get the Mariners started here in the 1st inning.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he tries. John Jaso, the catcher. 17 stolen bases for Jones. You take a look at this base hit right back up the middle. Not much of a stride for him, but he catches a fastball out in front of the plate and drives it back up the middle. 17 steals for Jones.
Brings up Robinson Cano. Now going through pre-first at-bat ritual. 3 for 5 last night. 3-run homer in the 8th to give the Mariners a big cushion.
Well, when you have a big series, you want your stars to perform, and he's done that. 5 for 8 with 4 RBIs in the series.
And the throw gets away. So Jones picking up Rich Donnelly, getting waved on. Here's a throw to third. It's partially cut off. So Jones at third for Cano with 1 out. Speed changes so many things.
And a huge break for the Mariners. When you look at Oakland and their defense, they're towards the bottom of the league in defense, and this is a terrible throw to first. That'll be an E1 as Jones is able to get all the way around to third. Break for the Mariners here in the 1st.
Infield, move in close against Cano. Robbie second only to Miguel Cabrera with his .373 batting average, runners in scoring position. Overall, he's third behind Altuve and Adrian Beltre at .334. Well, dribbler Jones coming home, and he's in safely as Cano is retired at first base. Mariners have a 1-0 lead.
It'll be an RBI for Cano. And Lloyd McClendon being aggressive, going with the contact play here early in the ball game. Why not, with the speed of Jones, make the fielders make a play on him? A swinging bunt from Cano, and he scores easily on the play. You take a look at Jones. As soon as it's put in play, he will take off right away. No play for Sonny Gray, so he gets the out at first. Almost threw that out. Takes a quick peek, but no play, and gets the sure out.
Cano picks up RBI number 57. And now Kyle Seager, Mariner All-Star third baseman. Kyle looking for his second hit against Sonny Gray. He's 1 for 10. .15 homers, 63 runs batted in, team best for Seager. He's behind 0-2. James Jones, we're accustomed to seeing him dirty early in the ball game. Busy on those base paths. Bob Davidson said he did go. You heard Mike Malinsky appeal to Bob Davidson, the third base umpire. So that'll do it for the Mariners. They get a run on one hit. And they lead it 1-0. Friday night, an electric time here in Seattle with Felix and Amount picking up win number 11, and we're going to have more flashbacks of the first half of the season as we move along during the course of this telecast. Brendan Moss to lead it off here for the Athletics in the second. Moss, Donaldson, and Lowry. There's Felix. Moss last night, 2 outs. Iwakuma trying to get a complete game shutout, and Moss homered. 2-run shot in the ninth, and then Medina came on, throws one pitch to end the ball game. Ground ball to Cano in the shift. Throws out Moss. One away. Stars in the line for the 2014 Major League Baseball All-Star Game. Best of the National League take on the American League's elite. Don't miss the action. It's coming up Tuesday, 5 p.m. on Fox. Cano, Hernandez, Seager, and Rodney for the Mariners. Good representation for the Mariners coming up in Minneapolis on Tuesday. Here's Josh Donaldson, one of 6 Athletics going to the All-Star game. Juan Samardzija. That's a line drive right at Jones for out number 2. Cespedes, Donaldson, Doolittle, Casimir, Moss, and Nars all going for the A's, and also named to the National League All-Star team. Jeff Samardzija for his first half work with the Cubs. There's Jed Lowry, the switch hitting shortstop. 1 for 3 last night. Chris Young, 5 outs on 17 pitches. Lowry 2 for 4 with an RBI on Friday night. 74 degrees. A lot cooler than it was last night. It was 86 for last night's ball game as Lowry is behind 0-2.
You can see that last pitch, top of the strike zone. It's important for Chris Young to get that call, and he was able to get it for Mike Malinsky, the home plate umpire.
Hit down Alomo. Take care of it. Quick and efficient for Mr. Chris Young. Gets it done on 7 pitches. Second inning for the Mariners coming up with Morrison, Smoke, and Ackley. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Ford. We are local. By AM/PM, too much good stuff. And by the Emerald Queen Casino, welcoming country and Grand Ole Opry star Josh Turner, July 30th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Across the meadow, nice stream coming down from Mount Rainier. Wonderful video from the Great Pacific Northwest. 1-0 on an infield RBI ground out by Cano. Here's Logan Morrison.
The A's with the shift on. Shortstop Lowry on the right side of the infield.
Lomo with his 5th home run on Friday night.
And he had a base hit last night. Missed a fastball. Fastball up in the zone. Aggressive swing. Looked like he was trying to hit home run number 6 right there.
Left-handers hitting .213. Gray's given up 4 home runs to lefties. 1-1.
Right-handers hitting .250 off of him, and again, it's his changeup. He was basically a fastball curveball pitcher, but more changeups, and the changeups to the left-handers have been an effective pitch for him. It's a harder changeup, not quite to where Felix is at. Doesn't have the movement of Felix's, but it's pretty hard. His changeup will be 85 to 86. And there it is.
That was a good pitch. 1 down. That's the second strikeout. In fact, back-to-back Ks for Morrison. Time for a CenturyLink link to what's next, and it involves the upcoming schedule. 68 games remaining. 7 against the A's, 10 against the Angels. Mariners 7-5 against the Angels. Against the Athletics, rather. Against the Angels. They've won the first 3 games down there. And contenders, you got the Orioles and the Blue Jays. Got some big ones coming up. Detroit very much in the thick of the playoff hunt. As Smoke looks at a strike. Got to play Washington for 3 and Atlanta for 2. Those are both here in Seattle. 26 games remaining in the division.
Well, you look at it, the Mariners have played well here in the first half. A lot of things to like in their improvements, but the second half is going to be the separator for them. Just from that graphic we just showed you, 68 games, 31 of those games against the teams that we just showed, all of them winning teams, all of them playing good baseball. So they're going to have their work cut out for them in the second half.
Bouncing ball to Nick Punto at second base. And to add to your point, 27 of the last 42 games are on the road. Boys, buckle up. And the Mariners have a good road record right now at 27-18. But it's all about the home. We got to pick it up at home.
I think I'll just thank people in New York for making the schedule out once again, Dave. Thank you very much for that.
I was talking to Skipper about that recently, and just say you can fill in your own blanks. 2 outs.
Well, I hope you let him know it hasn't changed in years as far as that goes.
That would be correct. This is my 8th year, and I informed him of said. And I also said, boy, can you imagine what the first draft looked like? Two 2-0 to Dustin Ackley. 1 for 4 last night. Ackley aggressive last night. First 2 plate appearances. First pitch swinging, a solid smash up the middle in the second inning, and hard ground out. Nice play by Sogard. Robbed him of a base hit in the 4th. No. 3-1. James Jones, base hit to center, took third on a throwing error, a pickoff attempt by Gray, and running on contact, scored on a ground out by Cano. Up high, and Ackley will take his base. First walk of the ballgame. It's a fireworks show like no other. It's set to classic sing-along songs like Bon Jovi's Living on a Prayer and Journey's Don't Stop Believing. It's coming up Friday, July 25th. It marks the second of 3 spectacular summer fireworks show here at Safeco Field. It's going to follow the Mariners-Orioles game. Make plans to light up the sky with your voice when you grab tickets for the family at mariners.com. Baltimore Orioles lead the American League East by 3 over Toronto starting today. Brad Miller fouls one off of Jaso, strike 1. Blue Jays lose to David Price and the Rays today, 3-0 in St. Pete. Yankees and Orioles, they can't be thrilled going into the All-Star game, playing a Sunday night 8:05 Eastern time zone game. Whitley against Gausman in that one. Outside to Miller, 1-1.
Well, the A's certainly familiar with the Mariners, and Brad Miller, an aggressive hitter for Sonny Gray, who has a good fastball. Started him off with a changeup and then missed with a breaking ball. good fastball in on the hands. So he's mixing it up here early.
Sonny got out of the gate hot. No decision in his first game, then won 3 in a row. Lost one, then won another one, going 4-1 in April. Count stays at 1-2. Brad Miller looking for his 3rd hit on the homestand. Got ejected in last night's game by Bob Davidson, who was working a plate. Chops another one foul.
Did a good job of getting a piece of that curveball. That's what Sonny Gray will do. He has one that he doesn't throw quite as hard. He'll try to just get it over for a strike. And that one he was looking for the strikeout, trying to bounce it off the plate and get him to chase it. And Brad did go after it, but able to get a piece of it.
One-two pitch to Miller. Popped it up. Jaso gets under it. And that will do it for the Mariners. They leave a man on in the second, but lead 1-0. Couple of highlight moments from the first half. April 2nd in the sweep against the Angels, and then a nice win in 14 at Chicago. Lionel Messi fans, Argentina fans here in the building. World Cup final with Germany going on right now. Bottom third of the order coming up for the A's: Punto, Perino, and Gentry. Chris Young, 6 up, 6 down. Strike one to Nick Punto. Friday night, last time we saw Nick, he was slamming his helmet down on the ground after called strike 3 by James Hoy. That ended the ball game. And he and manager Bob Melvin were tossed out of the ball game. It was over. It was a moot point. They weren't pleased.
And I would say tossing his helmet, being kind. I think he more slammed it. I wonder if it's a new helmet he has on now. It looks shiny. Maybe he had to get a new one.
Had both hands on it.
And spiked it.
I tell you what, he's got, doesn't look like a big guy, but he's built pretty good. So I got a feeling that he broke that helmet because he looks like a guy that's probably benching 350. So, I mean, he got his money's worth slamming that baby down. Talked to Nick before Saturday's game. He was able to laugh it off. He said, geez, I grinded out that at bat. Then you're going to call that pitch. I'm a little guy. Come on. 8, 9 pitches. Come on. I'm doing my job.
Well, so was Rodney. And again, as he said, all of his pitches are strikes.
Good job by Chris Young to record his first strikeout. 1 down. Yep. They came with a plan tonight. Or this afternoon, we should say. Play so many night games. Time now for our Geico. This date in baseball history. This is the game I was talking about yesterday. You asked me about favorite All-Star game. This is one of them right here. Reggie Jackson goes rooftop. Tiger Stadium. Bench Aaron Jackson. I think Killebrew homered in that game. A whole bunch of. It was an extraordinary number of Hall of Famers to be in that ball game.
And I'm looking forward to the game on Tuesday.
And it's always, it's always a thrill when they do the lineups. As we look at Andy Perino, just called up yesterday from Sacramento. When they do the intros and you see your guys out there, feels good, man.
It's cool. Yeah, I agree. And the Mariners being represented well this year with 4 All-Stars.
Oh, 0-2 to Perino. Second stint with the ball club. He had been with Texas, claimed off waivers in early March. Callaspo going on a DL with a hamstring injury suffered Friday night. Here's a throwback. No pilot's cap. Up high to Perino, 2-2. Chris Young ran deep counts against Jaso and Vogt to lead the ball game off. Retired those 2 plus Cespedes. Retired now 7 consecutive hitters. Slicing drive, that'll get down. Jones up quickly. And a stand-up double for Perino. Perino with a second double of the season.
Well, he gets an off-speed pitch. We'll take a look at it. It's the changeup. Changeup in the middle of the plate. Didn't try to do too much with it. Good play by Jones to cut this off. Again, James with a strong throwing arm. Tried to make the play at second, but too much speed from Perino. So he glides into second base with a double.
There's another speedy A, Craig Gentry. Indy is tracking, makes the play, tagging his Perino. He'll get the third. They're 2 away. 2-down man at third will bring up John Jaso. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. And at third, and the former Mariner John Jaso stands in. And enjoyed talking with John before the game today. He was marveling at the quick hands of Kyle Seager these last couple of nights. Some of the fine plays that Kyle has made down there. A couple of double plays, another play where he charged and threw a guy out.
Well, I'm glad that people are starting to take notice. I've been talking about Kyle, underrated as a defensive third baseman. He has really played well here in the first half. And in this series, he's shown it off on his way to his first All-Star game.
Big rip by Jaso, 1-1. First inning RBI by Robinson Cano as the Mariners on top. 1-1 pitch to Jaso. Playable. Brad Miller calling off Seager, makes the play in foul territory, and that'll do it. East Render runner at third. Home third coming up with Zunino, Chavez, and Jones. Mariners lead 1-0. Good memories from Atlanta. Romero with a home run, and July 7th, Saunders with a home run. That Sam Fuld made a heck of an effort. Boy, he fooled a lot of people because it looked like he came down with that baseball. Saunders said, I just kept running.
Good idea.
Smart play.
You know, it was neat watching that video at the end after the home run with Saunders and the guys and getting in that group inside the dugout. Seeing Rick Waits and the pitching coach. He's starting to get in the middle of all the stuff with the guys. He's having a good time here in the first half, as he should. His pitching staff has really pitched well. There's Rick.
Rick's one of his video highlights, dancing with Tom Wilhelmsen to Turn Down for What. Broken back ground ball to the shortstop Lowry. One away. Every time Tom hears that during batting practice, he does his little thing out there.
I have to admit,
it was great.
Either if I'm on the field or even up here in the booth doing my notes, immediately when I hear that song, I look for it.
Exactly.
It's entertaining.
Exactly. Tom, I didn't notice it until somebody, I don't know, he'd been doing it for a while. I heard the song. And I said, he's been doing that for a long time. So I think we all have the same quick reaction when you hear it, and Waits was out there, so Tom challenged him. Come on, man, let's go. So Rick said, hey, I wasn't going to step back for the challenge. I took my hat off, took my glove, took my shirt off. It was great.
He had fun.
He said one of his kids said, Dad, really? And one of his other children said, it's great. Come on, way to go.
Well, the best part of all of it is the reaction from the entire team. They loved it.
Andy Chavez, Joe's bunt. That was terrific. Indy popped out the short. Oh, 2.
I'd like to take a moment, send some well wishes to Sharon Schmidtke, going through some health issues. She's over at UW Medical Center. Those folks are taking good care of her. She's been entertained by the broadcast, Dave, and the Mariners while she's over in the hospital taking care of her business. So prognosis is excellent for her, which is good news, and hopefully she gets home to Coach Mickey sometime soon.
All right. All the best. Andy fights one off.
And the rebound and a clean catch.
One guy in the third deck, it whizzed by his head on his left, ricocheted off of something, went right by him again. He had 2 opportunities, and then the fella downstairs caught it.
Yeah, a fan with the Randy Johnson jersey on, over the shoulder catch back to him. Good play.
Easy hop for Voda, taking himself 2 away. 2 down here in the third. Mariners lead 1-0. See the Mets without taking the subway. Head to Safeco Field July 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. Mariners will host the New York Mets in a rare interleague matchup. For tickets to see Robinson Cano and the Mariners take on David Wright and the Mets in another midsummer classic, stop by Mariners.com. Look forward to seeing David Wright and also the broadcast crew for the Mets. A lot of guys I've worked with over the years. Gary Cohen, Ed Coleman, Keith Hernandez, Ron Darling, and Howie Rose. James Jones scored the only run. Base hit the center, took third on a throwing error on the pickoff by Gray, and then scored on the Cano infield groundout. Swing and a miss.
You look at a lot of things with the Mariners going into the second half. This young man right here can be a real difference maker for him. He already scored the 1 run. He'll strike out here, but he scored the 1 run for the Mariners today, and his speed can be a real difference for them against some tough pitching they're going to see.
Especially since the Mariners playing so many tight ball games. 1-0 Seattle. Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Head to Jack in the Box for the new Jalapeno Ranch or Barbecue Ultimate Cheeseburgers at participating restaurants. By CenturyLink, your link to what's next. And by BNSF Railway, sponsor of the BNSF Blast. Fremont Bridge going up. Let them through. 1-0. Mariners on an RBI by Cano in the first inning. Beautiful day here in Seattle. 74 degrees. Light breeze. And on the mound, Chris Young. 1 strikeout, giving up 1 hit. He's got Stephen Vogt, Yoenis Cespedes, and Brandon Moss, 2, 3, and 4.
And he has been efficient. 36 pitches working here in the 4th inning. 25 strikes out of the 36 pitches.
Mariners around the infield. Seager, Miller, Cano, and Smoke. Third to first. Ackley, Jones, and Chavez in the outfield with Zunino behind the dish. 1-1.
It's interesting how the season flows and you're going through it. The Mariners, the bullpen had to work a lot in the month of April. Then the starters started to pick things up. And of course, in this homestand, Lloyd having to do some things making up for the lack of an extra starter. And now you look at these last 3 games, the job that Felix did. Have Iwakuma going 8 2/3, and now Chris is being efficient, pitching well. They have a tough time finding innings for the bullpen. Things have really gone well.
Gonna slice back to Ackley. Gone away. Bring up Cespedes, flied out to left. Bud McClendon in his media session today said, hey, I think people are starting to believe in us. But my walks downtown are a lot more pleasant now.
And you think they don't notice, huh?
So that first month of this year is like, ooh, I don't know what I get into. You're talking about the pitching. Boyd said when you can shut down the other team, it makes those offensive challenges we have a little bit easier. It's so true. Cano will put this away. Here's some fans going, woo, when he makes that catch. It's certainly not standard issue.
I didn't say it, but I was thinking it.
It's now time for you to tweet your photos using the hashtag Mariners fan photo for a chance to have it shown later in the game, brought to you by AT&T. Man, I can see my father sitting there like, you did what? I saw you. What are you doing?
I'm telling you. If I saw my youngest son doing it, he wouldn't barely make it back to the dugout before I said something.
Yeah, man, that's why he's an all-star.
He's great.
No doubt about it. Here's Brendan Moss. To keep him in the yard.
I've told the story before about Omar Vizquel, young Omar Vizquel, when I played with him here in Seattle, and he used to do that all the time, and Lou used to go crazy.
I'll bet.
Finally, Sammy Perlazzo, who was the infield coach, went up to Omar and said, hey, you're driving Lou crazy. Can you just two-hand it? Because if you drop it, he's not going to be happy with you. And Omar looked at him and said, I never drop it.
That's all you need to know.
I don't think he ever has either.
Yeah, right. Even as a coach now, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
Best hands I've ever seen.
Hey, he ain't cannot. I got the gift. What can I tell you? Uh-oh.
Good foul. Good foul.
Let me talk to it, Mike. Thank you. 2-2.
Yeah. Also talked about the middle of this order with the fly balls at Chris. He's given up 15 home runs this year with Cespedes, Moss, and Donaldson. All of these guys would do some damage in a home run hitting contest, and this ball just foul.
Moss with his 3rd home run against the Mariners this season. He's got 11 in his career. That's the guy who's really now established as a star after bouncing around in Pittsburgh, Philly, and Boston. 2-2. Some gets out of play. Talking to our friends over at the Oakland broadcasters, and some of the players say country strong, and a guy that's getting him on a bench, he gets you $4 bills and change easy.
I believe it.
I did not have 1 ounce of dispute. Nice kid. Went up to him and told him today, I said, hey man, you're murder. You're a good player. Enjoy watching.
He's been through a lot. You know, you really have to appreciate the success he's having. He's been through a lot to get to this point.
Struck him out, and a big one for Chris Young. That's out number 3. Zunino was throwing it around. Chris was heading off the mound. Mike's throwing the ball on a third.
Kangaroo court.
Hey, it happens, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3. Go the A's. Seattle Mariners going for the sweep against the Athletics. No matter what your interest is, you're going to find it in the Seattle Times Sunday. World and local news, sports, politics, the arts, and more. The Seattle Times Sunday. It's where life unfolds. Subscribe today at seattletimes.com/subscribe. Don't forget to read the hard copy of the newspaper. As an old newspaper guy, you got to keep newspapers going, not only online, but got a local newsstand and read the physical copy of it as well. Coming up for the Mariners here in the fourth, Robinson Cano, Kyle Seager, Logan Morrison. Robbie with a dribbler, and it was good enough to score James Jones in the first inning. Contact play. Jones with that excellent speed scored without a contest as Cano was thrown out at first for out number 2. Another solid base hit. He just keeps cranking them out. Cano started the day third in batting average, second in day batting average, first in batting average against righties, second in hits, and third in on-base percentage.
Great look at our McDonald's Supermo and the swing of Robinson Cano. This is on a first pitch changeup. Most hitters would be fooled, but he lines it back up the middle.
About the home run last night, huh?
Wow, yeah.
3-run shot gave the Mariners a big cushion, 8th inning. Brings up Kyle Seager. Struck out his first time.
Kyle with a big home run last night. Leads the club in home runs with 15, 63 RBIs. Donaldson, the starting third baseman for the All-Star team, 65 RBIs for him. So Kyle just a couple of RBIs behind Donaldson.
Tied for 6th. Donaldson and Moss, and Seager right behind him. Good count here for Kyle against Sonny Gray. Up the middle. Lowry can't get it. Base hit. Cano watching the play all the way. Eases into third. Runners at the corners. What a start for the 4th inning. Cano to third as Seager checks in with a base hit to center.
Lowry, the shortstop, was actually playing towards the middle of the field. They were expecting Kyle to pull the ball, and he hits this right by Sonny Gray, the starting pitcher. Good fastball at 91 miles an hour, and it goes right under the glove of Lowry. Almost picked it clean. And look at our McDonald's Supermo. I think it goes right off the end of his glove. Slows it down. It actually makes it an easier play for Cano to move on to third. What a base hit for Kyle. Give Morrison an excellent chance to pick up an RBI with nobody out.
Runners at the corner. Shift on against Morrison. In there for a strike. Almost struck out on the 1-2 pitch, 2nd inning.
And that was the good curveball from Sonny Gray.
Now they got Cano hung up. Now they're going to the second. Lomo getting down that line, doing a nice job. Stays out of the double play. Good job by him. Morrison busting it down the line. Cano at third. Morrison at first. One out for Smoke. Rounded out to second base. advancement. Ball one. Smoke back with the ball club with Saunders going on to DL. Oblique strain.
This is a run that you have to pick up. First and third and nobody out. You do not want this inning to get away from you.
One. Smoke 1 for 10 career against Sonny Gray. Two and one. Smoke had some quad injuries. Bob Melvin, skipper of the A's, done a great job with them. Smoke had spent time out injured with a quad strain, rehab, then down to AAA Tacoma. His last home run, May 27th against the Angels. Mike Malinsky said, yes, you did commit, so 2-2. Smoke walking it off here.
I think he's just going to show him the fastball inside and try to get him out with the off-speed pitch. That last pitch changeup. The pitch before was the curveball. The fastball that Smoke has seen has been well in off the plate.
Big pitch at 2-2. Broken bat pop. Donaldson's got it 2 away.
And another fastball inside.
So an opportunity for Ackley with 2 outs to pick up a run. 1-0 Mariners here in the 4th.
Well, you like to see Dustin pick his teammates up right here. A 2-out base hit. Mariners 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position this afternoon.
Ackley walking on a 3-1 pitch. First time up. Foul back.
Best fastball we've seen from Gray at 95 miles an hour, but it was right in the middle of the plate. Ackley a little bit late on it.
One pitch.
Almost an identical pitch. Same 95 miles an hour again in the middle of the plate.
Sonny Gray, yet another pitching product out of Vanderbilt University. It's a good SAT bowl here today with Chris Young out of Princeton. Oh, 2.
He's just going right at Dustin. Another fastball. 3 fastballs in a row.
And 2 on. A run on 3 hits for the Mariners. No runs, 1 hit for the Athletics. Mariners trying to get a sweep here. The first time since August 11th. August of 2011, sweeping a 3-game series here at home against the Athletics. Mariners went 3-2 and 6-2 in the first 2 ball games. Here's the 0-2 to Ackley. Another foul ball.
They started to mix it up. Yeah, number 6 coming up. First 3 pitches fastball. Then he went to the curveball. He was able to get a piece of it. That last pitch, a changeup. Pretty good pitch to hit up out over the plate.
Fouled off all 5 pitches so far. There he comes set with the 0-2 again. It's going to go foul.
And another curveball down and in. I think again Sonny tried to bounce that pitch but left it up. I like that jersey. Duct tape.
And wash it. Big spot. Morrison takes off. No throw as Morrison down to second, his 3rd stolen base. 3 for 3.
Good break from Morrison. He has good speed. He's a big man, but he can run. Norris, the catcher, wasn't going to make a throw, just fake the throw down there, see if you can catch Cano off the base. That call comes from the dugout.
We do too. Gonna love it more with a base hit here. 1 and 2. Runners at 2nd and 3rd, 2 outs. Struck him out. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, 2 left, 1-0 Mariners. Mariners got him. 10 years, $242 million. Big signee back in December. Robinson Cano headed to another All-Star game. Welcome back, everybody. And Cano today, an RBI and a base hit. Counted for the Mariners' only run. Here's Josh Donaldson. And Chris Young's next pitch is outside for ball 2. Donaldson, Lowry, and Punto, 5, 6, and 7 for the A's. High pop. Ackley taking control. Donaldson on today, a couple flyouts. As Lowry will stand in next. Make sure you join us as we honor the man who led the Mariners to 840 wins and 3 division championships during his reign as Seattle manager. Coming up Friday, August 8th, Lou Piniella Hall of Fame luncheon at Safeco Field. And make sure you're here to see Sweet Lou and other Mariner legends, including Edgar Martinez and Jay Buhner, in one unforgettable afternoon. There's a slicing drive left field. That'll get down fair for a base hit for Lowry, the shortstop. Ackley gets it back in as Lowry records his 24th double.
Well, Lowry always seems to get his hits against the Mariners, and this will be a double. It goes with the pitch. It's fastball right on the outside corner. It just flips it right down the line, lets the ball get deep into the hitting area when it's away from him, and picks up a double. Wouldn't you agree with that? With Lowry?
Oh,
he always
he's
seems
really
to get his hits
good
against the Mariners.
No doubt about it. Yeah, that's one. I think what we're seeing in our mind's eye, I think it's going to be, let's say,
or maybe it's just when he gets them.
270 this season, career 304 against the Mariners. Punto looks at strike one. It's one of those guys, especially with guys on. Oh, geez, here we go. A 1. And well, Jones going back, makes the catch, outruns it. Nothing like that speed. 2 away.
Well, that's a good way to describe it, because he was out towards left center, had to cover some ground. This ball is hit hard by Punto. When it left his bat, I didn't think Jones was going to be able to get to it, but it's no problem at all as you look at our McDonald's Super Mode. Glasses on, fighting the sun, but more importantly, gets there in plenty of time. Nice direct route to the ball.
He's becoming bigger in this town every day. James Jones. Here's Andy Perino, double to left center. Chris Young's got 2 outs and a man at second. That double just the second Athletics hit.
Perino hit a changeup. It was up out over the plate and hit it into left center field for his double. Jones was able to cut it off before it hit the warning track, but good speed from Perino. The A's are 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position this afternoon. Mariners pitching has done a good job in that category against them in this series.
Two balls and 1 strike. Young been a good pitcher in his career during the daylight hours. 18 and 8. Swing and a miss. 2 and 2.
Well, he's amazing. 85-mile-an-hour fastball, top of the strike zone, and throws it right by him.
Day games this year. Chris 2 and 1 with a 2.38. 7 games, 6 starts in daytime. Two and 2. Off the glove of Zunino.
Last pitch right top of the strike zone. Probably try to go a little bit higher with this next one. See if he can chase it outside the strike zone.
Two pitch to Perino. Royals in their chase of Detroit in the Central Division. Royals beat Detroit 5-2. They beat Verlander, who's now 8-8 with a 4.88 ERA. Ventura picked up the win. He's 7-7. Chris Young working 2-2 with 2 outs and a man at second. Again off the glove of Zunino. He looks at it like, what's going on here?
He tried the changeup. Look at all those pitches right at the top of the strike zone. Some of them elevated up out of the zone. And Perino having a hard time getting on top of it. Even with the changeup that was up there, you would think that would be an easier pitch for him to hit, but barely getting a piece of it.
Chris ready again. 2-2. Couldn't get him to chase. Full count.
Good fastball, top of the strike zone. Didn't get the call.
Trying to get out of some 5th inning trouble. Pitch. Walked him. First walk of the afternoon for Chris Young. Bring up Craig Gentry. First inning run for the Mariners. Only scoring so far. 1 out, double by Jones. Get back for take 2 and get that spelling straight.
Didn't have enough time to figure it out.
Right.
I was working hard for you over here, Dave. Couldn't get there.
Appreciate it. Gentry flied out to right.
There goes Mike. I figured he would go out there. I thought maybe he would do it before Gentry came to the plate. A lot of pitches to Perino. 9 pitch at bat for him. Quick visit. Rick waits, watching, even a couple of long at bats. His pitch count still in good shape. 65 pitches working here in the 5th.
Up the middle. Lowry. Here's a throw by Jones. It is not in time. Tie ball game. Gentry picking up an RBI, his 7th. Stopping at second is Perino.
Come on.
Fastball, top of the strike zone. Gentry's been around for a while. I'm sure that Chris Young would have liked to have put away Perino, the young player. Ended up walking him, and Gentry makes him pay for it with that single. Ties the game up.
1-1 game. Both teams with a run on 3 hits. All 1 to Jaso, 0 for 2.
Right now, I'm sure the Mariners thinking about the bottom of the 4th inning when they had 1st and 3rd with nobody out and were not able to score a run. You get into these pitching matchups, and we've talked about it in the series. The Mariners have been excellent in the first 2 games, but that's one that they let get away.
1-1 on to Jaso. Two outs, 2 on, and a 1-1 to Jaso. Wild high again, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Having a hard time now. Upper register of the zone. Stephen Vogt, the on-deck hitter. 3-1 pitch to Jaso. Slicing drive left field. Base hit. Ackley charges. Throw to the plate. Got a chance. No, it's offline. 2-1. Athletics. Jaso drives in a run as Perino scores. You called it. That fourth inning, not getting those runs.
Well, and Chris, it was a long at bat to Perino. He ends up walking him on 9 pitches and then back-to-back base hits. This one's not hit hard. He ends up jamming Jaso as he fights it off into left field. Thought Ackley had a chance to throw the runner out. I think he was on time. The throw was just wide to the plate. Zunino had to come off of the plate to make it, and you can see there the runner sliding in.
Brings up Stephen Vogt. Fly to right, fly to left. Strike one to Vogt. Playing at first base today.
Both runs coming with 2 outs.
One.
Next pitch will be his 25th of the inning to 73 pitches now. He was just cruising along, and now this inning, typical of the A's, they will do this to you. They'll have an inning or two where they really make you work.
7th batter to the plate. 1-1 pitch. 1-2.
Good changeup from Chris. Danny Farquhar starting to get loose in the pen.
Ball and 2 strikes. 2 men on, 2 out. And on the ground, the Miller surrounds it, flips over, and he gets Stephen Vogt. But some damage done in the 5th inning by the Athletics. They get 2 runs on 3 hits and leave 2, and now have a 2-1 lead. The home 5th here at Safeco Field. Right now, let's take a look at the Mariners calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. We'll enjoy the All-Star break. Get back on the charter Thursday afternoon. Head down to Anaheim for 3, then back home for the New York Metropolitans and the Baltimore Orioles. We'll see a lot of the Orioles.
That'll be a tough series here at home. 4-game series against them.
Swing the bat. See Cleveland and the Orioles on the road.
August 1st in Baltimore. I wonder if that'll be a warm one.
Remember that first year?
Yeah. I do.
Man. That was nuts.
Well, the Mariners let a run get away in the fourth. See if they can pick one up here, tie this ball game up.
Strike one to Brad Miller. We're talking about the Baltimore Ball Club, third in hitting.
Yeah. And swing it.
Easy bounce for Vogt. One down here in the bottom of the fifth will bring up Mike Zunino. Mike this afternoon grounded out the shortstop against Sonny Gray, leading off the third inning. A's will begin the second half of the season, 3 at home against Baltimore, 3 against Houston in the Bay Area before they go out on the road again, Texas and Houston.
I'm looking at the lineup today. This would be a good matchup for Mike Zunino. Just thinking he's going to get a couple of fastballs that he can hit. Here's one of them. Gray has a good curveball and the changeup, but it's been the slider and the cutter that's given Mike some problems in the first half. And Gray doesn't throw either one of those pitches, so maybe he can get a fastball to his liking. Looking for his 14th home run of the first half.
2-1.
13 home runs already. A Mariner catcher. Already a Mariner record for catchers in the first half.
Off the helmet of the catcher, John Jaso.
Good fastball for Mike, too. 92 miles an hour right down the middle as he just gets a piece of it. Jaso wears it.
Play Mike straight up, 2-2. Full count. Sonny Gray with 4 strikeouts, 1 walk today. Mariner run unearned. Three and 2. Struck him out. 2 away. 5 strikeouts this afternoon for Gray. 2 outs, back to the top of the order, Nendy Chavez.
This is out pitch. Good curveball after a couple of fastballs. Throws a curveball right on the outside corner. It's a good pitch from Gray. See Mike way out in front of that pitch, trying to catch up to the fastball, but it was the curve.
Bring up Bendy, who's 0 for 2. Popped to short, ground out to first. Against the outside, so Indy in a good count, 2-0.
A couple of borderline pitches, both going Indy's way. See if he can take advantage of it. About a triple in the right center field gap.
There's some room. Boy, you called that one. Deep to right center, and it's going to be run down by Brandon Moss. A little lower trajectory, coach, but a good call. Mariners are done in the 5th. April 23rd. Just call it the Kyle Seager game. Couple of home runs against Houston.
Two things. It not only turned the Mariners around, but it turned his season around. And you can see with his play since that point forward where the Mariners at, he's been a huge part of it.
Cespedes, Brendan Moss, Josh Donaldson here in the 6th against Chris Young. Down low.
Chris had been cruising along, had to throw a lot of pitches in the 5th inning, gave up a couple of runs. He's up to 78 pitches now for the game. And a tough inning for him here with Cespedes, Moss, and Donaldson all due up.
Up high again. Since that April 23rd date, Mike, Mariners are 43-30. Kyle Seager two home run day.
Well, and you look at Kyle's numbers, he basically spotted the league 3 weeks off to a terrible start. I think he was hitting 150. Did not have a home run, or maybe just 2 or 3 RBIs.
High pop, left field. Ackley for the first out.
So he just really turned things around.
Gonna bring up Brendan Moss. Ground out to second and a strikeout. Seager going over to the right side of the diamond now. Cano will go into short right field. Dangerous hitter here, and Brandon Moss, 2-0. As we're saying, dangerous hitter. Endy Chavez just going to watch this one leave the yard. 2-0 pitch, and he crushed it. 21st home run, 66 RBI, 3-1 A's. Second home run he's hit off of Chris Young. Story that was told to me. What kind of hitter are you, son? I strike out and I hit a lot of home runs. All right, good to have you.
This is a towering home run. You can't fall behind 2-0 and throw him a pitch in the middle of the plate, but that's what happens. It's just skied to right field and still way back into the seats.
Josh Donaldson, the hitter, he looks at ball one.
Danny Farquhar getting loose in the pen. He's already been up once. He was up last inning, and they have him up again.
High fly ball, left field. Battling the son of Ackley. 2 away. Coors Banquet and the Wildland Firefighter Foundation support the brave firefighters who protect us. A donation of 25 cents for each case of Coors Banquet purchased between now and August 31st will go to the Wildland Firefighter Foundation. Please help us protect our West and support our wildland firefighters. There's Jed Lowry fouling one off. One.
And I'll look at Danny. Probably already ready to go.
Oh yeah, hit hard and foul, skipping off a lot of hands down there. On 2 strikes, nobody on. On back is Miller. And he's there. That'll do it. Home run by Brandon Moss. His 12th career homer against the Mariners. 4th this year. It's 3-1 Athletics. Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports, being brought to you by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. By Money Tree, proud to make a donation to Mariners Care for every Mariners win. And by Silver Reef Casino, I-5 exit 260, 4 minutes west. Clouding up here, but still a fantastic day here at Safeco Field. Mariners down 3-1. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, Root Sports crew. Bottom of the 6th. Last game before we break for the All-Star festivities in Minnesota. Back with you on Friday from Anaheim. It'll be James Jones, Robinson Cano, and Kyle Seager against Sonny Gray.
A good opportunity for the Mariners to try to get at least a run here. Certainly help to get Jones on base. Mariners have their best due up in this inning.
Showing bunt brought Donaldson way in from third. Bouncing ball. Vogt gives some ground flips to Gray. 1 out. JJ 1 for 3 today. Bring up Robinson Cano. He's got an infield RBI ground out. And a base hit to center field. Play Cano straight up. Strike 1. Cano with Felix Hernandez, Kyle Seager, and Fernando Rodney representing the Mariners at the All-Star game. Cano will be starting second baseman, and fully anticipate Felix will be the starting pitcher. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2. 1-2. Cotton candy. Keep you fired up, huh? Keep your dentist smiling, because he'll be glad to see you. One and two to Cano. Donaldson backhands. Strong throw. 2 away. We're talking about that April 23rd 2-home run day that Kyle Seager had. On that date, he was hitting $179 with 2 homers and 5 RBI. Since then, he's raised his batting average up close to 280. And he's hit 13 home runs and driven in 58 runs since that time. Batting average coming into this AB is 277.
Yeah, so he basically spotted the league 3 weeks. And that 2 home run game snapped an 8-game losing streak for the Mariners. And the A's will put the shift on with Kyle hitting. Third baseman Donaldson, the only one on the left side of the infield.
Kyle, a strikeout and a base hit to center field. Two and 0. That hurt.
That looked like his ankle. Take another look at it. Good fastball. He's trying to turn on it. Fastball right on the inside corner. Yeah, right below the knee on the shin.
Oof. Professional courtesy there by J-So and the umpire. Give him a chance to shake it off.
Yeah, the size of the bruise and probably the lump he's going to end up on his leg. Give him something to talk about at the All-Star game.
I'll say. Ooh, ooh, man. Two balls, one strike. Hit it hard, base hit. How about that recovery? Takes a big turn. Back safely. Kyle Seager, a 2-out single in the 6th. Quick recovery after that bone bruise, eh?
I think that Kyle, I think he's the only hitter that's been able to handle the curveball. He's able to hit this curveball hard down into the corner. One of the things that's been impressive about Brandon Moss is he has a better arm than you would think. Normally a first baseman, but he gets this ball in quickly. It's an accurate throw and a one-hop strike to second base. Holding Kyle to a single.
Brings up Logan Morrison.
Logan homered in the first game. See if he can tie this game up.
Strikeout, reached on a fielder's choice, also stole a base in the 4th inning. Lomo with 5 home runs and 15 runs batted in. Playing in his 39th game. Good job. Check that swing. 2-0 count.
It really is, because once he missed with the first pitch, he was ready to do some damage on a fastball, and he ended up getting the fastball. Anytime you see it up, you're going to see it a little bit better, but he would have never been able to get to it that high up out of the strike zone.
Breaking ball. That misses. So he's got a 3-0 count.
I'm sure he has the green light.
We've seen it multiple times this year.
Well, you have 2 outs and a runner on, and he's already homered in this series. Been swinging the bat extremely well. We've heard Lloyd make the comment on that a number of times. why not give him a chance to tie the game up?
I thought it was on the outside, well outside, but it gets the corner. 3-1.
Well, Logan didn't like the call, but he's going to get another chance to try to do some damage.
Logan taking time to settle himself down. Three and one. Drops a breaking ball. 3-2. Seager first, 3-2 pitch. He'll take off. Pitch here to Lomo. Breaking ball. And it hit Kyle. Jeez Louise.
Well, that'll be a hit for Logan, but the inning will end. Kyle hit a couple of times. It went off his shin and then took that line drive.
Tough break. Man, Lomo smoked this ball. Kyle tried to get out of the way, get him in the lower back. Tough break. 3-1 Athletics. Couple of outstanding performances there. June 4th, Roenis Elias, a complete game shutout of the Detroit Tigers, and then June 8th, a 15K performance by Felix. That was at Tampa Bay. Tough break the way the 6th inning ended for the Mariners. Chris Young, his day done. Danny Farquhar is going to take over.
6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, a couple of strikeouts, 90 pitches. He threw 56 strikes, gave up 1 home run. And Danny Farquhar will take over. For Danny, his 38th appearance on the year, a 1-1 record, 2.93 ERA, 44 strikeouts over the 40 innings that he has worked. Opponents hitting .232 off of Danny. Good fastball, 94 to 96 miles an hour. Use a cutter at around 90-91. 12-6 curveball and a changeup to the left-handers.
Nick Punto slaps one left field. Ackley, easy play. Mike, run through the ruling here in this play where Kyle gets hit by the ball. Look at the stations of the defenders.
Yeah, you can see the way they have the shift on right here, and Kyle going. So the ball hits Kyle in the back. Kyle is automatically out. Morrison will get credit for the hit, and then in the area they'll pick the fielder that they would give the ruling. They said it was a 6 unassisted. Looks more like it should have been a 4.
They just changed it to a 4.
Okay.
Just changed it to a 4.
Unassisted, but that's the reason why the inning ended, as a ball hit Kyle in the back. There's nothing Kyle can do. It was a screaming line drive, and he was on the move.
Here's Perino.
But you can credit Morrison with a base hit.
So that was a tough break. And then you have the first and third, nobody out, in the fourth, and don't score. So the opportunities.
I think right now you're right about those two things, but one of the biggest at bats for the A's is this young man right here, Perino. A 9-pitch at bat. I know that Chris really wanted to get him out, would have ended the inning. Instead, he ends up walking him after 9 pitches, and then a couple of base hits cost him 2 runs. Perino having a good day.
Yes, he is. 2 for 2. A walk and a run scored. Get downtown from the airport for only $2.75 on Sound Transit's Link Light Rail. See how easy it is at soundtransit.org. One out, one on. That'll bring up Craig Gentry. RBI single in the 5th. Scored Perino.
And you'll have to keep an eye on him. Watching him run the bases after he walked, he looks like he has decent speed over at first base.
$25,944 on hand here today. Strike one. Well, if the Mariners can keep this going, the next homestand should be a good one too, with the Mets and Baltimore coming in. On one pitch, hit the other way. Goes foul.
Good cutter on the outside corner. Mentioned the 4-seamer and the curveball and the changeup. You'll see more cut fastballs from Danny.
1-2 to Gentry, the former Texas Ranger. Perino back safely.
And it looks like Brandon Maurer and Charlie Furbush are going to get loose in the pen.
That's a great look from up top. This weekend series drew 98,119. Second visit this season by the Athletics here to Seattle. It's an average of 32,706. Thank you, Chris Taylor. Fouled off. Having almost 100,000 people in the building. Nice buzz here this weekend, and hoping for more of same. The Mariners are back home a week from tomorrow night. 2 night games and a day game against the Mets, and then 3, make that 2 night games and 2 day games against the Orioles. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Danny Farquhar. 2 down here in the 7th. Calling all you young Mariner fans, spend your summer being part of the U.S. Bank Mariners Kids Club. For only $15, you're going to enjoy more than a dozen $1 tickets to catch Mariners baseball, an official drawstring backpack and cap. Plus, you'll be entered to win an exclusive behind-the-scenes experience. So sign up right now, mariners.com/kidsclub. And you'll have Plenty of police protection out there. These guys do a great job in the ballpark. Good police presence here. These guys always good to talk to the law enforcement officers here in the ballpark.
Oh, what a play.
That sure was.
Like a hard curveball from Danny and Mike. We talked about it. He's really quick behind the plate.
I hope somebody's keeping stats on that, because he's got to be, his numbers got to be very impressive. A lot of runs saved. A lot of runners kept from advancing. 2-1.
I'm sure somebody is. Somebody's keeping it.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. 2-1. Takes one ball right to the bag, but it's foul. Make that smoke, beg your pardon. 2-2.
Take a look at Justin Smoke. Holding a runner off, comes off the bag, tries to keep his feet in fair territory, but that'll be a foul ball. Good try.
Ooh. That hits Jason.
Yeah.
Move a little bit, Jason. Come on.
2 on.
Take a look at it. Fastball 92 miles an hour. That just gets a piece of the jersey. That's enough. And Lloyd McClendon coming out of the dugout. We'll go get Charlie.
Take a timeout here at Safeco Field. A's lead it 3-1. Pitching change. Here comes Charlie Furbush. A sweep here as we check out our Columbia Bank difference of the ball game. How about Sonny Gray, Mike?
Well, we knew that he was going to be tough, and he has been. And now with the lead, really pitched well. Started to use more curveballs. Started the game with mostly fastball, changeup, but a lot more curveballs from Sonny Gray. That's probably his best pitch. There's a curveball to Mike Zunino. The Mariners have their work cut out for him as Charlie Furbush will take over. Going to get Stephen Vogt. For Charlie, his 38th appearance on the year, ERA just over 4, 26 strikeouts, 5 walks for Charlie. Good fastball, 92 to 93 miles an hour. And he throws a slider, a sweeping slider, more of a slurve.
So the A's threatening again here in the 7th inning. They've got Perino at second and Jaso at first with 2 outs. Charlie Furbush on the mound. First time he's facing off against Vogt. Outside with the breaking ball is Mike Malinsky. 1-0 to Vogt. Was 0 for 3 today. Fly to right. Popped out to left and grounded out to short.
Good breaking ball.
That one's in there for strike 1-1.
Joe Beimel has joined Brandon Maurer in the pen. You have Cespedes due up, so I'm sure Maurer will be called on if he makes it to home plate. Hopefully Charlie can put away Vogt.
Miller going out. Ackley coming in. Ackley's got the play in fair territory, and that'll do it. So Charlie gets the job done, straightening 2 A's. We go to the home 7th, and the Mariners trailing 3-1. We'll keep it right here for God Bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask you now to please rise and join us in honoring our great country with the singing of God Bless America. Please welcome back James Geiger.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above, from the mountains to the prairies, to the ocean, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Seventh inning stretch being brought to you by Washington's Lottery and the Department of Imagination. What would you do if you won? 25,944 on hand here. Good crowds over the weekend, almost 100,000 in the ballpark. Hey, can you beat the best? Join millions of players right now for the only official Home Run Derby mobile game from MLB.com. Square off against your friend from around the world live in multiplayer derby mode and climb to the top of the leaderboards. Download today for free from the Apple App Store and Google Play. Mariners in search of runs. Down 3-1 here, bottom 7.
Well, Justin Smoke will lead things off. The A's put the shift on.
Smoke is grounded out to second and popped up to third. Hits it hard right into the shift. 1 out. Punto there for the out. Nick in the right place at the right time for the Athletics.
You know, that'll bring up Dustin Ackley. 0 for 1, had a walk and then a strikeout. For Sonny Gray, he is at 88 pitches.
Sonny coming into today's game. 3 previous starts here at Safeco Field, a record of 2-0, an ERA of 0.75. Lowry throws out Ackley, 2 away. And that'll bring up Brad Miller. He's fouled out to Jaso, the catcher, and grounded out the first baseman, Stephen Vogt. Mariners got the run in the first inning. 1 out, double by James Jones. Went to third on an errant pickoff throw by Sonny Gray. And then Cano dribbled one down the third base line, running on contact. Jones scored easily as Gray threw out Cano at first base, and Robbie picked up his 57th RBI. That's the only run. Mariners did threaten. First and third and a fourth, couldn't score. And then they had 2 outs, a man aboard in the 6th, and Logan Morrison hit a bullet on a 3-2 pitch, and it hit the runner Kyle Seager, who was running on the pitch, hit him between first and second base for the 3rd out. Athletics got their 2 runs in the 5th. RBI by Gentry, and Jaso followed with a single. High fly ball center field. And Gentry puts it away. And the 3rd Athletics run came on a home run by Brandon Moss in the 6th. 7 complete, a 3-1 A's lead. Defense has been a hallmark of this Mariner ball club, coming in with a record of 51-43 and statistically rated as the #1 defensive team in the American League. Welcome back, everybody, here to Safeco Field. Top of the 8th inning, and the A's lead. Hey, a big shout out to our audio assistant, Max Wilson, and his fiancee Rachel. They're getting married later on today down at Chambers Bay in Tacoma. All the best, and we'll see you on the next homestand. Congratulations to Max and Rachel getting married later on today at Chambers Bay in Tacoma.
Beautiful day out at Chambers Bay. Good call on that.
Cespedes to lead off here in the 8th. One to Cespedes. He's 0 for 3 today. Brandon Maurer taking over on the mound.
And throwing hard again. That last fastball right on the outside corner at 97 miles an hour.
Last time you saw a guy do a transformation like we've seen here from Mr. Maurer? Who do you remember? Anybody?
No, not that I can remember. Did you look at his numbers? A 5.79 ERA. A lot of that ERA coming when he was a starter. Since he's gone to the bullpen, he's just been different. You can see 98 miles an hour. And just being aggressive overall. Overall attitude on the mound.
Seager to his left. One away. It's time for a Seattle City Light power play, and Brandon Moss, we've seen plenty of him these last couple of years with the Athletics, and he did it again.
Hit it up over the light tower. Goes deep into the seats out and right. For Moss, 21 home runs before the break.
He's got 12 career homers against the Mariners for this year. Power on power matchup here. 1 for 3 day. Nice pitch by Brandon Maurer.
Gregerson.
Oh, Luke Gregerson. Didn't recognize him at first. One and two. Mariners have Felix Cano, Fernando Rodney, and Kyle Seager going to the All-Star game. The A's have Cespedes, Donaldson, Doolittle, Kazmir, Moss, and Norris. Jeff Samardzija was named to the National League team for his work with the Cubs. Strike 3 called. Good work by Brandon Maurer. 2 outs.
Joe Beimel getting loose again in the pen. He was up last inning, just starting to throw.
He's just pounding the strike zone. And the transformation has just been phenomenal.
It's been fun to watch. Be interested to see how important he is in the second half of the season.
Oh, and 2 here to Josh Donaldson. He's flied out 3 times today. Oh, 2 pitch. 99 miles an hour. Two and two. Simplified things. Dude, you got 99. Bring it.
Well, he has out of the pen.
Right field, Andy Chavez on the case. He's there, makes the play for out number 3 here in the 8th inning for the Mariners. Zunino, Chavez, and Jones coming up here in the home 8th.
To do here as we head to the bottom of the 8th. They trail by 2. Right now it's time to take a look at our AT&T fan photos of the game. Remember to tweet your photos using the hashtag Mariners fan photo for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming broadcast. First off, we got Everett from Buckley on his way to the Mariners game in his Argentina jersey with his buddy Sasquatch. Hopefully the Mariners can come back, unlike Argentina. And then we've got Brian, and Brian says, let's sweep those A's. They got the broom out, and I like the way you're thinking, Brian. And finally, we have Leilani. Leilani here with a little one. Remember to tweet your photos to hashtag Mariners fan photo. We sure do appreciate you guys sending them in. Guys, upstairs to you.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Mike Zunino leads off. Sonny Gray's still in there. Mike today is grounded out and struck out.
Sonny Gray, he's at 95 pitches now. We saw Gregerson getting loose in the pen. That's Doolittle. He's been their closer.
Well, he's been dynamite too. Jim Johnson losing that job in the first month, way upstairs from Gray 1 and 2. Ball, center field for Gentry. One away. Hey, Mariner fans, Root Sports looking for the ultimate Northwest fan from the state of Alaska throughout the month of July. Send us a photo and story using hashtag UltimateNWFan, AK, or by email at ultimatefan@rootsports.com. You can win a VIP trip for 2 to Seattle in September, personalized jersey, and more. Official rules, go to rootsports.com. Sonny Gray's retired the last 4 men that he's faced. There's Andy Chavez looking at a strike. Indy today is 0 for 3. One Mariner run. Infield ground out by Cano, scored James Jones from third. That's it. Sonny Gray, that run unearned. Gray's held him to 5 hits on the afternoon.
Well, again, the Mariners had a great opportunity in the 4th inning. First and third, nobody out, and they let that one get away. And since then, once he wiggled his way out of that one, he's just really been in a groove and hitting his spots and has found his curveball. He's had a good curveball.
On and 2 to Andy. Mariner rotation when we come back for the second half. Wade McClendon today said they're going to start out with Iwakuma, Felix, Young, then Elias. 5 spot question mark right now.
Well, it's worked out well for him. He's had his 3 best going in this series, and he's going to have the same against the Angels. And he gets a base hit. Good at bat.
Sure was on a 1-2 pitch. That'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Tough pitch to hit. I think it was well down out of the strike zone. You can see Jaso getting ready to block this pitch, but Indy stays with it.
That's nice work.
The last hitter I've seen do that was Ichiro.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking the same thing. Just flip the hands, get the barrel out.
All right, they needed a base runner. They have one now. Going to bring up James Jones. Jones 1 for 3 and has scored the 1 run for the Mariners.
1 out, 1 on. Jonesy represents the tying run. Cano's on deck. James 1 for 3 today with a run scored. Bob Melvin, 2012 American League Manager of the Year. 1-0 pitch. 1-1. Gray over his last 3 starts as you look at Doolittle continue to heat up. Along with Gregerson. Sonny Gray's last 3 starts, including today, with 18 Ks, only 2 earned runs in 21 innings. Off the fist, charging is Lowry. Goes to first base and gets James Jones for out number 2. Andy Chavez to second.
Jams him a little bit. Little chopper out to short. Actually hit it a little bit too hard. If he gets in there a little bit further, he probably beats it out. But Lowry able to throw him out by a step, and that'll bring up Robinson Cano.
Well, Cano, 8th inning dramatics yesterday. Mariners had a 3-0 lead. Couple of men aboard, and he extended that lead to 6-0.
They're going to put him on.
Not a surprise.
Well, that is a little bit when you consider that they're going to put him on. That'll be the tying run, the winning run. The go-ahead run is Kyle Seager.
I stand corrected. That's right. Seager's hot. This is the 9th time Cano's been intentionally passed.
So an interesting move by Bob Melvin.
So Cano
I think this right here turns into be the best opportunity for the Mariners to tie this game or maybe go ahead with Kyle. Kyle hit his 15th home run of the year yesterday. I guess the next question is, will he go get Doolittle, his closer, to pitch to Kyle? You have Morrison after that, so a couple of left-handers due up.
Kyle with 2 hits today, so he is now 3 for 13 career against Sonny Gray.
Yep, I think he's going to get his left-hander. We'll see. Yep, there it is.
And Seager 1 for 11 against Doolittle. So interest and drama rising here in the 8th inning in a 3-1 A's lead. Great night for Hisashi Iwakuma last night on his bobblehead night. He comes away with a big victory for the Mariners, 6-2 final. Right now, Mariners with a chance here. So look at Sonny Gray's line.
This is going to be a great matchup. You have Doolittle. He will throw 4-seam fastballs, a lot of them. He'll be 95 or better. So it's going to be power on power right here against Kyle. Take a look at what Kyle Seager did last night. Deep into the seats in right field. Again, his 15th home run of the year, and Lloyd McClendon would like to see him do it again. He will get some fastballs to hit. A lot of 4-seam fastballs from Doolittle.
1 for 11 against Doolittle, and Doolittle giving up just a 130 batting average to lefty hitters. Popped it up. Two stranded, ninth inning coming up, 3-1 A's. Game in this series. Mariners still have the ninth inning to try to get a sweep. Take a look at the Mariners calendar, brought to you by Sleep Country USA. All-Star break upon us after the completion of this ball game, and then back in action on Friday in Anaheim, and then back home here on Monday. The Mets for 3, the Orioles for 4 before taking on the road. And that'll be a short road trip, Cleveland and Baltimore. Some notes to keep in mind: Mariners 7 games behind Oakland. They hold the second wild card spot right now. And 7 games remaining against the Athletics. Mariners start today 7-5 against Oakland. 10 against the Angels, who have been rampaging for the last 35 games. Mariners are 6-3 against the Angels. First time playing the Orioles. 7 games against them and 7 games against the Blue Jays, who start as the top 2 teams in the American League East.
Joe Beimel will take over, a 1.24 ERA. He has really pitched well here in the first half for the Mariners. He'll pitch the top of the 9th.
Cano going back, Indy coming in. Cano over the shoulder. Lowry's retired, 1 out. Man, oh man.
Get the feeling he's not very nervous about missing this pop-up.
At all. Got it all the way. What are you talking about? Man, oh man. 1 down here in the 9th. Mariners home 9th. Morrison, Smoke, and Ackley 5, 6, and 7. And Litke and Leone get started. Strike 1 to Punto. 0 for 3 today. Went to 0 for 3 against Joe Bible. Nick's a switch hitter. Punto rides one deep down the left field line. Gone. Nick Punto with a home run, his second this season. 12th RBI. 4-1 Athletics.
Yeah, it looks like a changeup. It's it right down the line. Able to keep it fair and had just enough of it to get it over the fence. Hits off the green wall.
Got it on a 2-1 pitch. A run in, 1 out. Brings up Andy Perino's had a heck of a day. 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Two home runs today by the A's. Moss hit a solo blast in the 6th. That's it hard. Nice snag by Miller. Throw across. Got him. Good play.
Really good play by Miller. Catches this ball on one hop. Almost out into left field. He had to reach back behind him. Makes the play. Takes his time. He has a strong arm. And a good play by Brad.
2 away. Bring up Craig Gentry. Strike 1 to Gentry. Joe Bimel's scoreless streak ends after 19 2/3 innings. Giving up that home run to Punto.
Couple of good changeups from Joe. Gets Gentry out in front.
One and 2 to Craig Gentry. One-two pitch. 2-2. 5, 6, and 7 for the Mariners in the 9th inning. Morrison, Smoke, and Ackley. Mariners down 4-1. Had their opportunities. Stranded 6. Oakland is stranded 5.
Getting out in front. 0-2. Full count now to Gentry.
Ready with the 3-2 pitch. What did it play to Cano? And he throws him out. Home run by Punto extends the A's lead to 4-1. Last ups here for the Mariners. Morrison, Smoke, and Ackley. See if they can get something cranking here and tie it up or win the ball game here in the 9th. Nice to see the kids here at the ballpark having some fun along with the adults here. 4-1 Oakland lead. See if they get some magic going against Sean Doolittle, and he is a tough hombre from the left side.
Morrison, Smoke, and Ackley due up. Morrison 1 for 3 today. Got a base hit his last time up. For Doolittle, a 2.98 ERA. How about 61 strikeouts, only 2 walks in 42 1/3. Great numbers. Opponent's hitting just 176 against him.
Doolittle came on to get the last out of the 8th inning. All right. Well, we needed a little ZZ Top, and we can really get something going here. Sean Doolittle, converted first baseman. Ball 1. Lefty's hitting a .130 off of Doolittle. Right-handers are hitting .202. There's a strike, 1-1. Romo today. DH and got an infield hit. He's 1 for 3. He's got a stolen base as well. One and 2. Sonny Gray outstanding today. Doolittle does his job. Sonny will have won his 3rd game here at Safeco Field. Samardzija on the right. Got Kazmir on the left. He beat the Giants the day before the A's came here to Seattle.
So far, Doolittle, all fastballs going right at him. He probably won't change. Now that he has a 3-run lead, he's going to be aggressive with his fastball. He usually is. And he'll be 94 to 96 miles an hour.
Full count to Morrison. Justin Smoke on deck. Got the rally cap working. That is out of play. Crowd of 25,944 today here at Safeco Field. A 3-day total of 98,119. Average of 32.7 over the 3 games here. Doolittle ready. 3-2 pitch here to Morrison. Another foul ball.
Back-to-back fastballs on the inside corner.
Morrison out of Kansas City. He's battling Sean Doolittle, who's out of Rapid City, South Dakota, who now lives in Tabernacle, New Jersey. 3-2 pitch. Struck him out. On away.
Best fastball, 95 miles an hour on the outside corner. Too close to take, and Morrison a little bit late on it. Bring up Justin Smoke. Justin 0 for 3 today. All 3 at bats hitting from the left side. His first at bat hitting right-handed.
227 hitter right-handed with 2 home runs and 13 runs batted in. Smoke 0 for 6 against Doolittle.
Willie Bloomquist come out on deck. People hit for Ackley.
So popped up. Second baseman Punto makes the play, 2 down. And that'll bring up Willie Bloomquist, Mariners' last hope. 2 outs here, bottom 9, down 4-1.
Well, Willie, 271 on the year. Last night, Brad Miller was ejected from the game early, and Willie came on to play shortstop. Went 1 for 2.
He's 1 for 2 against Sean Doolittle. Ball 1.
That was a foot higher than a strike.
One-0. Here's a strike. 1-1. Mariners' only run coming in the first inning. A 1-out double by James Jones. Cano brought him in. Jonesy had gone from first to third on an errant pickoff throw by Gray. Cano's infield groundout scored that run. Willie behind 1-2. Willie can keep it going, and Brad Miller is on deck. And James Jones, what a great call up he's been for the Mariners. Look for big things for him in the second half. 1-2 to Willie. Ball 2. Robinson Cano headed to the All-Star game with Felix Hernandez, Kyle Seager, and Fernando Rodney. Be a charge watching them be introduced in Tuesday in Minneapolis. 2-2 to Willie. He did go, says Mike Malinsky, and that is your ball game. A's avoid the sweep, salvage a game here, and they win it by the count of 4-1.
Still a good series for the Mariners. Just weren't able to score any runs today. Just the 1 run for them as you look at Willie in the check swing, but a good way to finish up for the break, winning 2 out of 3 against the division leader A's. So they have the Angels coming back after the break, Dave. They're going to have to get right after it after a little bit of time off.
All in all, first half of 51-44. I think it's really good.
Yeah, they played well. There were big improvements on the club and a lot of things that you have to like. So hopefully they can make some adjustments offensively and see where they go in the second half.
It'll be very interesting to see what happens over the next few weeks with the trade deadline, etc., etc. Everybody enjoy your All-Star break. Catch you on Friday from Anaheim. We start with the post-game show right now with Brad and Bill. Fellas?
All right, guys, thank you. Yeah, don't enjoy